This working ledge today, I'm going to show you how to counter the cross with your uppercuts. So I'm here with Archie Luz once again at Undisputed Martial Arts here in East York, Toronto. And today he's going to talk about how to counter the right cross with the uppercut, some follow-up shots, and how that all applies from his Kalis Ilustrisimo training.
The first move, when the cross comes through, so I'll pass through. I'll step off to the side, moving on to the outside, carrying the arm, and coming in with my uppercut immediately. In this position, very easy for me to do a couple of things. I can throw my left hook to the liver, okay, boom, and then follow up with that left hook again to the head. Okay, so same concept as what was shown before. So parry, hit, liver, and head. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So as I parry the cross, I come up with the uppercut. In most cases, people have the tendency to be leaning forward, chin will be right there. Okay, pushing the arm through, puts them off balance at the same time, allows me to wind up on that uppercut. As I pull the uppercut back, go to the body, right to the liver, which is already there, and finish off to the head for my third move. So 3 moves in general. So again, 1, 2, and 3. All right.
So my hold for that, I'm just holding the pad center of chest, and he's doing me a favor and he's not drilling each one full power because that gets tiresome after a while. But it does give him a realistic target, and if it's tight against your chest and he's hitting into you, the chances of this bumping into your chin are relatively low, although I don't recommend you holding like this either.
Good call.
And then after this, there's a little bit of finesse here as a good pad holder. I'm almost going to clear his hand out of the way to get to that liver shot, or I'm going to be late, right? So if I want to hold with this pad, I'm going to have to, he's either going to have to withdraw his hand very quickly, or I can't wait for him because he's not going to wait for that left shot. So I got to get to that next hold, and then of course the left hook. I could in theory hold here, but I like the reinforced hold because it allows him to hit harder.
Mm-hmm. And a nice thing to add to this, a little what we call dirty boxing with Kalis Ilustrisimo. So if, say, you don't withdraw that arm. 1, okay, this position here, what I'll do is when I throw the liver shot, 2. I'm gonna start to control that arm. 3. All right, so I've got control of the arm here as well. I've got a shoulder lock and finish it on the ground if necessary. So again here, 1, as I pull this arm back, which allows me to wind up on my left hook. 2, it pulls him off balance a bit. Okay, here I'm already chopping, and I take that little step. 3, down he goes. Okay, so instead of coming through the hook, comes through the arm. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
So Archie's going to show us how these principles are derived from the weapons training. As you've heard us say many times on the channel, the weapon informs the empty hand. And so he's going to show how it evolves from long weapons like the swords to the knives and then finally to the empty hand.
Okay, so in this example, we're using a sword and dagger, or what we call in Ilustrisimo punta y dagger, which is nice because it teaches the student how to use both hands simultaneously in different ways, mainly because we've got 2 different length weapons. So this is an attack coming here, a 45-degree attack, what we call it, from the abierta, or the open stance, or a forehand strike. So what I'll do is I carry it. Okay, I come underneath, so I attack the arm right away. That's my disarm. I follow up with the 2. So this is what we would call a cerrada technique, or preventing him from coming back, just in case I didn't cut that arm. Okay, and it also stops him from turning around on me. Simultaneously stabbing here. 3, my finish would be to exit out, backing out with what we call a bagsak, or a drop, putting that arm just to make sure. If need be, I could follow through with a cut or a stab, and follow through with another counter strike. Again, from here to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I could do that by staying to the side, 1, 2, or backing out. What we call the bagsak, or the drop out. So that's the 3 principles of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now we can also go here. Same principle, knife versus knife. So the cut's coming here. 1, same concept. 2, This time I don't have a knife in the other hand, so I'm going to check and 3 to drive in. Since it's a shorter, smaller object, I don't need to create space. When I think about the knife, I can stab much faster. So again here, 1, 2, 3. Same footwork applies, right? So, or the same angle in.
So you notice that it's all the same thing, but not all exactly the same thing.
That's right.
And so
it varies depending on the weapon. So if my weapon is longer, like the short sword, then my footwork will remain fairly similar in the beginning, but may end up differently with my counter and my exit. Knife versus knife, obviously shorter blade. Then you get into the empty hand where there's no weapons at all. So it's all bludgeoning and striking at that point.
What I find interesting about it is it's not that his other options are not possible, it's just that some options start making a lot more sense than others. If you would go to your second motion, so after the parry and cut and then this, you notice that he could still throw that left hook if he really wanted to, but why would he when he's got the knife thrust, right? And similarly, empty-handed, if I throw the cross, he's got 1 and then 2, he could throw that right hand up the center line, which would be the same as the knife thrust. So they can be exactly the same if we want them to be, but as Archie said, the nature of the tools may make certain options make more sense, and those are of course the ones you want more reps of, especially for your fundamental training.
That's right. Oh, exactly.
So I hope this encourages you to explore more of how the Filipino martial arts and other systems can inform and integrate your sport martial art, whether that's MMA, boxing, kickboxing. A lot of this channel is, in fact, about integrating those arts, which is why I'm having a wonderful time here with Guru Archie Luz and him sharing some of his knowledge with me. This is Roy Kick a Legend. Keep your chin down, elevate your striking.